And we are back. Pokemon Platinum Hardcore Nuzlocke. We are only going to be using water type Pokemon for this run. And I I may have underestimated the difficulty level given the Galactic team battles and just the checkpoints throughout the game, especially the second gym being grass types with that Ace Roserade. It's going to get a little bit tipsy. It's going to get a little bit scary, but we do have access to Gyarados. Can that be the difference? Let's find out. So right off the bat, we start with the water type Piplup here, and we take down the Turtwig. It comes right down to the wire, but no problems there. Our rival is defeated. Our first encounter is going to be found on Route 202. It's going to be the little Bidoof here. Chuck the Pokeball and secure it. It's going to get that water typing when it evolves at level 15. And then for our Route 218 first encounter, it is none other than the Magikarp. Going to go ahead and fish that up, check the Pokeball, and secure potentially our MVP for the future. Alrighty, looking for our next team member, we pop into the Ravaged Path here and go ahead and grab the Psyduck and add it to the team. It is now time to take on our rival for the second time here. We got a 3v2 combo set up. The Starly comes down. We're working with our cute little penguin here, Sinnoh leading the charge. Starly trying to get a little damage down, but we are doing absolutely work right now. We're going to pivot to the bubble as the growls come down, dropping our attack. And now the Turtwig is here to stay. We're going to continue with the bubbles, dropping the speed as Turtwig's really going to favor that withdraw, buffing its defense every single time, making our pounds do absolutely no damage. So we're just going to bypass that, even though bubble is also a move that doesn't do much damage, but it's better than banking on a crit every single time with the pound, as it's only going to be taking off 1 or 2 damage points each time. So we're just going to go for this not very effective battle here as the Turtwig is smiling, thinking that his late game strat is going to come through here, but we are doing absolute work with the Quick Claw pop as well. That is definitely helping. And now the bubbles were raining down. Sinnoh holding about half HP, and it is enough to defeat our rival. Let's go. All right, it is time to take on the first gym leader, focusing mainly on rock type Pokemon. Roark is here and he sends out his Geodude. It is a 3-on-3 since our cute little Bidoof is in the PC given its normal typing. We're not using it until it gets the water typing, but Sinnoh, the little Piplup, doing wonders here, takes out the Geodude in one shot. Onix does get a Stealth Rock and a potion for some reprieve there, but gets sniped by the bubble on the next turn. So the Penguin is just doing amazing. Happy Feet is in full swing here, and now the Ace Cranidos comes down, and we don't have Water Gun. We eat a Leer right off the top. That's not what you want to see, as we are very weak defensively now. We drop Cranidos to the red, and he doesn't use another potion. He doubles down and kills our starter. Are you serious right now? We do have Orberg, our Psyduck, to finish the fight, but is this a moment where you just cut your losses, or do we die off the head? But we absolutely hold on, but we lose our potential Empoleon, and that is absolutely embarrassing, just as Roark says there. This is going to be tough to come back from, but let's see if we can do it. For our Valley Windworks first encounter, it is going to be the little Weasel here. Chuck the Premier Ball and secure it, and now we're working with a team of 4 going in against this Galactic Mars battle. It is now time to take on Commander Mars here. She's got her infamous Ugly, as well as this Zubat, who has Bite and Toxic lined up for a really good strategy of her own here. As we're just going to lean into the growls, we're going to try to trim down the Zubat so we can potentially ramp up on her, so we have a much better chance against the Ugly. It almost feels like a Clefairy into Miltank for Whitney in the other Gen 4 and Heart Gold Soul Silver. So that's kind of what we're going for, but this Toxic is just too much. It really is. We do as much as we can with the Weasel, drop the attack by 3 or 4 there, and get the big Beaver in there for some defense curls. However, the Toxic comes down and lands on the first one, and now we are on an absolute timer. We go straight in for the rollout, potentially ramping up. However, Ugly's going to have a stab fake out lined up, interrupting that rollout, and that is really going to trim the fat on our side of the battlefield. And now all we have left is maybe some defense drops from the Rock Smash, opening the door for our next Pokemon. But even then, as you can see, Weasel and Bibarel are both bleeding out, and that leaves all of our hopes and dreams on the Psyduck here, as our only other Pokemon is the Magikarp, who really can't do much at at this point in the game. So we do get a defense drop on the Rock Smash here, but the Fade attack comes down. We are absolutely dead unless we can hold on, and the fadeaway crit comes down, and we can't outspeed, we can't outdamage, and this cat is looking to absolutely sweep us. We hold on with 1 HP. If we got a critical hit there, we may have been able to take it home as the Weasel comes down. Do we have an Aqua Jet? We absolutely don't. We did have Quick Attack, maybe could have rolled that for a crit as well, but it doesn't matter. The game is over as the Magikarp tries to take on Commander Mars's ace, and look at that tackle doing absolutely massive damage as the fan attack comes down. We hold on with 10 HP, we can't get a crit, and another scratch is here to stay, and we absolutely wipe on our first attempt. Second attempt, same thing, Piplup versus Turtwig. We get the win right here on the first rival battle. Let's go ahead and secure those first encounters and see if we can get some really good success in this run. Taking on a rival for the second time, this time we give the reins to the Psyduck, and she has no problem taking down both of his Pokemon. Fast forward to the Roark fight, we've got our Psyduck leveled up to the very top of level 14, so we can upgrade to level 15, going in against his ace. The Cranidos and the Quick Claw Pops are doing amazing work right here. The Onyx goes down, and now it is a 1v1 against the mold-breaking Cranidos. We have the Stab Water Gun, which is going to do a lot more than the Piplup's Bubble. Last time the potion comes down, we almost snipe from that range. He holds on with 1 HP and gets a massive headbutt off, but the Duck holds and takes down the ace. Instead of a Weasel this time at Valley Windworks, we run into a Shellos, which could potentially be the difference in this Galactic Mars battle. We'll just have to wait and see. But we will have the Prinplup because our Piplup died last time, so that is pretty cool. So our second attempt here, and we're going up against Mars where we lost last time. This time we do have the Shellos, and I think we're really going to lean into that as we send out the Psyduck first, coming off that huge win against Roark, the gym leader. We are going to lean 100% into this Flash Cheese strategy as we heal from the poison, and we are just stalling out to drop the Zubat's accuracy so that we can then get a Pokemon in there and get a huge defense buff so that when the Purugly comes down, we're going to have a brick wall against her. So this is going to be huge here as we do tank the bite right off the bat here, and we're trying to get a potential confusion on the Zubat. We hit her to half HP, but we are going to go straight into the Hardens now. There is 1 defense proc, and there is 2. We are looking really good as a Toxic misses. That is absolutely pivotal. We have 3 defense buffs right here. We have 4, and now the Purugly is really going to have to crit through this shield that we have built with our tiny little Shellos as May fades away on the Zubat. Gonna get a little confusion on the side here for our Duckling, and here is the biggest obstacle that we have faced so far. The Purugly comes down. We have water pulses lined up. We tank the fake out. We tank the scratch, and as you can see, that is not doing a lot of damage, and there is the critical hit, leaving us at 5 HP, but May is not deterred as she drops back with a water pulse, leaving Purugly in the yellow, healing back to the green with a berry as another water pulse comes down, leaving Purugly in the red as she fades away on herself. Commander Mars is defeated. That was really close. Up next, we go ahead and pop into Route 205 for our Weasel first encounter. Drop back with a Pokeball and secure it. Yeah, just chilling here with our tiny little Shellos against a Starly, and the Endeavor comes down, matching Starly's HP to ours, leaving us with 6 HP. Always a scary moment there, but no problem. We're going to get Shellos out of there and clean up this fight. All right, it is now time to take on the gym leader Gardenia here. She focuses mainly on grass-type Pokemon. We've got the first gym badge. Can we get the second one? Gyarados is the only one that does not take super effective damage from these grass-type moves. The Reflect comes down. It's going to be halving our bite damage as the Grass Knot critical hits the Sea Leviathan, and another one rains down. The Super Potion to heal the Turtwig all the way up, and our game plan is out the window. I was hoping we could just throw in Gyarados and completely brute force our way down, but the Turtwig holding on top of the critical hit is going to be absolutely devastating as we send in our Shellos, hoping to hold, as Shellos does not weigh a lot. A really decent pivot, the Rain Dance here to counteract the potential Sunny Day, but the Razor Leaf completely cuts her health in half, and May is here. Can we do anything? Turtwig already gets the Super Potion, is floating at about, what is that, 80% HP. We can't swap in anyone. Gyarados is absolutely shish kebab. We send in our Beaver. He's going to have to tank this, or she does, I should say, 45 HP. The Oran Berry is gone, and now we really have no options here. I failed to set up. We go for the water gun in the rain, the sunny day to counteract. This is a tragedy. This is an absolute tragedy. We go for a stab, headbutt, and it is a critical hit fade away. We do get a little bit of luck on our side as the Cherrim comes down, but gets the transformation in the sun. The magical leaf is going to be stab super effective, and February holds with 1 HP. The headbutt comes down. This is immaculate. As the Beaver has nothing left, I don't think February can outspeed Cherrim or the Ace Roserade, so the Beaver is potentially dead. So we either pivot into somebody who's going to take a super effective magical leaf, or we just let the Beaver go. I don't think there's a great option here, as that tiny little Cherrim is just completely taunting us, and we've got the Shellos bleeding out as well. I mean, we could use them both as swap fodder, like try to get a clean swap, but even then, we can't snipe people from full HP, which just makes this so difficult. A magical leaf one-shot crits the Penguin. We absolutely should have left the Beaver in there, as we completely lose our starter. We're going to get Gyarados back in there for a potential snipe. Can we get the snipe with the bite from that range? We cannot, and we miss the flinch as well as the grass knot. Critical hits too. That is 3 crits on Gardenia's side. This is ridiculous. What is even happening? And I do believe this attempt might end the same as the first, as our tiny little Weasel gets in there, goes for a Swift, but it's not enough, and a grass knot completely one-shots our little Otter with the floaties, and now we are sitting with 3 B, maybe C tier Pokemon, and this could be it, as a super potion comes down. A huge critical hit headbutt trying to balance the scales as the Beaver falls. I think Gardenia is out of healing options, but there is no way. There's no way around this. Maybe a quick claw. Oh my god, a quick claw pops, and we get the confusion. It's not enough to kill Cherrim as a magical leaf comes down, and the Duck Hole's on at 2 HP. The Duck Holes, the grass knot breaks through the confusion, and all we have left is a half health Shellos. Come on. You're lying, April. How about hold on till May? And it is all over. We completely wipe without even seeing the Ace Roserade onto attempt number 3. As far as this video goes, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you on the flip. Peace.